Welcome back to Merely Roleplayers, where theatrical people play role-playing games. I'm Matt. I bring some of the drama in this story as the captain of the Bad Moon Rising. Continuing my brief accidental tour of being on other people's podcasts, you can hear me on the latest episode of Triple Feature over on Kaiju FM, talking with Rob Kaiju about 3 high-pressure horror movies. Rob runs the Kaiju FM network, which is also the home of Space Master Chris's podcast, the Space Jam Continuum, and Rob's also been the staunchest and most vocal fan of Merely Roleplayers pretty much since we started, so it was great to chat to him a bit about the show before getting started on the movies. Also, I hadn't quite realised before talking to him quite how many podcasts Rob himself runs. It is impressive. And even more impressive that he finds the time to support other people's work as well, whether that's the other shows on Kaiju FM, or shows like Merely Roleplayers. If you want to hear which movies we talked about, find Triple Feature on kaiju.fm, or search Triple Feature wherever you get podcasts. If you're enjoying the Parallax trilogy here, at least one of the 3 should be reasonably your jam. Speaking of, Act 4 of Parallax Inverted will begin in just a moment, after I take a leaf out of Rob's book and point you in the direction of another show I recommend.
At the center of the great forest, on an island in the sky, the crow, deer, and wolf clans have been training 3 fearsome warriors from infancy for one purpose: to protect and serve the goddess of Estra.
So how exactly are we going to do that? Protecting the goddess, I mean.
Fran lies down.
Leica can't answer because she's too busy sniffing both your butts.
Okay, back off, Wolf Clan.
This disturbs me, but not to worry, I will instantly repress it.
These are the guardians of the goddess. Leica, the tiefling paladin who hails from the wolf clan.
Nobody's touching one beautiful hair on the goddess's head as long as I'm around.
Corbin, a human druid from the crow clan.
Human! I'm a crow!
And Fran, a water genasi wizard of the deer clan.
So, is there a way to quit this job or what?
This unlikely trio will venture forth into an unfamiliar world without knowing who can be trusted against the powerful dark force stalking the steps of their goddess and threatening the future of their world. Tune in every second Monday to Dames and Dragons, a 5th edition D&D actual play podcast. See ya then!
The story so far.
I've got a horrible feeling I'm in a different reality. I think we need to do something about Sim.
You drop out of subspace and emerge to see the slow Loris.
Who's that?
Long-time friends of ours.
It must feel so nice to have the drop on us for once, Eli.
I tried to take that bounty weeks ago. You found something on there, didn't you?
I can spend one of my storm. What I'm going to make them think is that the whole ship is on fire.
Fighters just dropping down either side of the sides of the slow Loris and then just moving to straight the Bad Moon Rising.
We're going to take a hull breach, friends.
Okay.
Life's a game, the world's a stage, and we're all merely players.
The Space Master tells us which section is depressurized.
The corridors on the left-hand side of your ship, which is where the squadron bay is, basically anything that will allow you to get from the squadron bay to the rest of the ship and vice versa is depressurizing fast. And a big chunk of that side of the ship is not doing great.
Oof. So I'm giving alerts across the comms. Red alert. Red alert. Ooh. But while giving that advice and having taken the hit, I am engaging thrusters and
move forward.
I would like to... so a combination of evasive from the fighters, although I'm relying on our fighters to deal mostly with that and our turret. But also I want to get closer to the slow Loris in a way that gets mostly out of the way of all their big guns.
Yeah. So when you first fired the laser at them, they started manoeuvring down and out of their fighter formation as it went forward. Yeah, so what, you want to move within range? Or?
I want to get close enough that we can potentially bring the lasers and the turret to bear on them, which I think would be broadside. But we talked about our tactic as being more manoeuvrable than them and taking them by surprise and stuff. So obviously they can see us, but I'm trying to plot a sensible course where we're going to come up around them, maybe spiral around them, so that we're a bit harder to hit with with whatever they're shooting with.
Okay, so you move kind of the opposite way to where they're going. You've got a good laser going on. So they've moved sort of down and to your right, and you've moved up into your left, and you're just trying to circle around. You're pretty sure your ship's a little faster than theirs.
Yeah. I've given Strat the signal. It's the signal. Okay. Go.
So I'm just going to blast it towards wherever the fighters were coming from, so I can try and board the ship.
So you saw them sort of out of the bottom. The ship is now moving downwards. So, and as it sort of spins, you can sort of see the hatches on the bottom where you would need to get to. It looks open. It doesn't look like it's something that closes. You're pretty sure. I mean, you've seen the ship before. You're pretty sure they get suited up and then step out into just a basically 2 rooms where their fighters are kept, and they just jump in and hover out.
I tend to go in there if there are people in the fighter bay that might look threatening. I will be shooting my lasers as I go in.
They're mostly freaking out though. For no discernible reason, as far as you can tell.
I'm gonna help. And then I'll get on the comms to Master Starkey. You coming?
Yes. Hold on 1 second.
It's the green one to your right.
Oh yes. Oh.
You're trying to fly into a moving ship. Yep. Out of a dogfight. This is definitely going to be a keep you cool type situation.
Is that both of us?
Yep.
8.
Okay. 6. So you just go for it, Stratos. You're heading in there.
I'm going to suffer 1 stress. Yeah. So even for me, this was a bit.
Yeah. It's a very it feels very. The opening looked big, and as you go, say it's not big. It's about the same size as this, but you make it in, and you manage to sort of level up comparative to the room and sort of survey the area. Starkey, you just overshoot. It's just we're going in there.
Oh dear! Oh god!
Space U-turn.
Do I know that he hasn't made it?
I'll be right with you.
Now you do.
If you don't make it in, what should I do? I was relying on you being here. Do you have any wise words for me?
Yes.
I think this is all done while just emptying weapons into people on the deck.
Yeah. I'm just shooting, but I needed more.
Well, stay in the ship for now. Just keep shooting. I'll be there in a second. Don't worry.
But what happens if I need to get out?
Well, find a place to hide, and I'll be right with you.
Oh, okay.
You've got that little trick I taught you. The one where you wobbly, and make them do what you want.
So I should do that all the time. Got you.
Yeah, do that as many times as you like.
Yeah, you'd have a quick sort of strafe at the few folks on the deck and a few turrets to stop this sort of thing happening, and you clear that with minimal issue.
Cool. I'm going to hop out and dash into the ship to see if I can make my way to the bridge.
Okay, so you land your ship. Are you making a concerted effort to...
Yes, I want to go and join him, yes. Yes, my rolling stool again.
Yeah.
It's going to keep bumping in.
That's better. That's a 9.
Okay, because you've overshot and the ship's moving, you fly into the other bay.
Sure.
There's no one in this bay, you're all right.
Right, I hop out. We've got comms, haven't we? I say, right, I'm in. Just on the different side of it to you.
Meet in the middle?
Meet you in the middle.
Meanwhile, in space.
Can I hail Eli again?
Give it a go.
So I'm going to beam him a communication.
Speed dial.
Yeah. Eli, I didn't want to try out the new Inferno laser on you, but I have, and now half your ship's probably on fire from what I imagine. Give it up now, and we'll help sort it out. We'll help put the fires out. I'll send a boarding party. We'll get everybody safely.
No, not this time. You give me the girl. We call this a day. The boys are putting out the fire right now. It's going to be fine.
They're all just running around in the background screaming. Oh, my headless begins.
Yeah, that's an 11.
Oh. Matt, the master manipulator.
So you can tell he's putting on a brave face. No, the boys are putting out the fire right now. It's fine. And someone comes up and whispers in his ear, "We've shut all the bulkheads. Nothing's happening. Like it's just like try to vent it into space. Nothing. It's just not working." And it's just like,
it's not
okay. We just parlay.
You got it, Eli. I'm a reasonable guy.
You see, as he's calls you just see out the view screen one of your other fighters just take out another one of his. And it's just like, parlay!
All points. Stand down.
Oh, I understand you wanted to talk to somebody, Eli.
Have you just turned up?
Yes,
It's literally as soon as you stand down and then you two just enter the back on the view screen. He's looking at Eli on, and you two just walk in the back and go,
but we're here now.
Oh no, I'm running in with my stick ready, expecting a fight.
Don't think that's necessary now.
But we're taking the ship. We made it this far. We're not just. I'm activating my hook. Your pacifism goes too far. This is. I flew through that hole.
I'm supposed to be peace and wisdom, but you can hit one person.
I turn around to the closest person and whack him on the head.
"Okay, what's that?"
But I now have disadvantage because of my hook.
Amazing.
A 5.
So you swing your crazy sort of, so your stick sort of splits into its sort of cool nunchucky form, and you swing it at the guy who just grabs the centre of where you're holding it and just nuts you.
Oh, no, you don't. I'm going to psychic grenade the one that just headbutted my young man. What do I do?
That's my young man.
Is it this plus
It's
one
one up from boy.
that
It was
plus
boy
one.
an hour ago.
So that was a 7 total.
Okay, so he's sort of drawn a laser pistol on you, and he gets a shot off before being just knocked backwards by the psychic grenade.
I'm going to use a shield. He just crumples to the floor, twitching.
I imagine it's a little thing in your hand, just boom, and it's just...
Yeah.
And you pass it off as magic powers and hope everyone sees the sort of electric handshake buzzer looking thing.
Absolutely.
Away team, stand down. The crew has agreed to parlay.
Okay. Well, he headbutted he headbutted him.
Respect the rules of parlay, sir.
Oh, you come up with these silly rules. Right, Eli, what do you want? Oh yeah, we want your ship, actually, that's what we will.
I don't want to parlay with you. I want to parlay with the cat.
Well, I think you'll find I'm the voice of the captain. So what would you like to know?
Are you trying to convince him of this? Quite sincerely?
I will just say, suggestion, you can talk to me. That is a 9 total.
Which is
you can talk to me instead.
Easy to say. You're in the position of power here.
Oh, quite right, yes.
Well, what'll it take for you to go on your way?
Captain, what do we want to do?
I'm proposing a joint venture. We've got information. You've got firepower. Let's all head to the core cube and settle this amicably for once.
And you couldn't have suggested this maybe before killing Kevin and Pete.
You scrambled fighters first, Eli.
Phil,
we were just
Phil with 2 L's.
We were just.
Phil with 2 L's.
God, I used to drink with Phil with 2 L's.
Yeah,
It's Phil with 1 L.
but then he saw
That's
the
a long
light.
time ago.
Oh man. Wish I had enough money to keep Phil with 2 L's on the crew. You scrambled fighters first. We were just defending ourselves. I parlayed as soon as I could. As soon as you would answer. What do you say? This is the best offer you're going to get today.
What's this joint venture then?
There's information that could affect all of us at the core, and proto-crystal aplenty to be had.
There's always proto crystal at the core. Give me numbers.
We're
you
going
can just
to-
write it on a piece of paper if you want and send
How
out.
about,
We
how
need
about
to-
this? 1 head left on your neck.
Roll intimidate for me, please.
Roll intimidate.
Oh, that's more like it. That's an 11.
Ooh. He gets to choose. Either he caves in and does what you want, or he forces you to follow through on that threat.
I'm going to stand very ready with my stick.
And who's going to take it from me? Old man.
Oh!
You see him going for a pistol on his.
Can't call me old. Nobody calls me old. And I take it.
Smack him with the stick.
I take my stick.
Because I picture him as quite far away, but I just think it takes you so little time to just cross the room.
I blink and I'm there, and my stick separates into 3 separate parts.
Oh my
So suddenly just whirl around his head.
So as he's coming in, he pulls the gun, roll firefight.
That is a 9.
You swing around, it splits in sort of an inscrutable way for someone trying to dodge it. It's like, oh, that was there a second ago, and now it's just off. And you just spin. It's really difficult to tell where you're going next. It's like, you've made your mark. You feel so little resistance as you swing this stick around. The two parts separate. The empty space between his head passes through, and you just see his eyes drop. You do, however, hear a gunshot. You're taking one harm, young Strat.
I am going to spin my stick and try and deflect that ranged whatnot.
Go for it.
11.
Nice!
Okay, so, you happily just deflect this pulse that's been shot at you.
Can I deflect it into one of the other crew members?
Yeah, the remaining guard, the guard you didn't knock out by the door, takes that shot and just goes down. It hits him in the leg, but he just goes down. Yeah. And you just on the view screen see just the head of Eli from the back just sort of slide off the neck, and reveals just two people just like this and a couple of dead guys.
Why don't we always do that?
Nobody pulls me off. I point to the nearest guy at a console. You're the new captain. Do what we say.
And then I imagine immediately you're like...
I need a jacuzzi.
You two, what just happened?
He was very rude.
He was rude? And you bisected his head?
Well, I told him that, this is what was going to happen. And I always follow my word, you know that?
I suppose you know best.
Don't I just? It's what your mother thinks about it.
I thought the last crew that I was with were dysfunctional, but you guys are someone else.
Can I drive this one then?
There's still a large hole in the side of your ship.
There is. So I would like to direct some of the crew to spot repair that. Stratos, set course for the core. We're just going to have to patch up before, and then we'll do a tandem jump.
Okay.
So the crew are going to spot repair that breach. We've restored atmosphere to the vented sections, but we're dangerously low on life support.
But we've got this other ship.
Yeah.
Which is only on pretend fire.
Yeah.
When does your pretend fire stop, Vikki? The people on here are running around still.
I feel like it should have won out by now.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah. It's like a 30-minute window.
Okay, cool.
I think in the time that we patch up that breach, the subspace drive is probably ready to go again. So we're gonna link the navigation systems, and we're gonna do a tandem subspace jump, and one more jump's gonna get us there, right?
One more jump will get you to the centre, yeah.
Let's go jumping.
Do you want me to do the course?
Yes.
This time it will be better, I promise. Probably. Alright, so much better. 13.
Ooh. Yeah, we get there on time without complications.
Nice.
Pulled it out in a pinch right when we needed
really
it.
Needed that.
Do you think it's just that the Loris has more intuitive controls?
It's way easier to do.
It's just much friendlier.
Yeah, it might look clunky on the outside, but the user experience is at the end of the day very good.
Yeah. The Bad
AI is really helpful.
Yeah, the Bad Moon is an old model.
Yeah.
It's functional, but it's old. The UI needs patching.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'd like to have a chat with my young apprentice at the helm of the ship whilst we're travelling along, if that's okay.
Never seen you doing anything like that before.
Yes, it's not very proud of myself about it, but sometimes these things happen. One must do what one must. Yes, Strat, I wanted to just talk to you about what I did there. I know that you prefer action to clear thought at times, and my actions there were not clear.
Effective though.
They got the job done, but one could argue that, in fact, many of my masters would have said my actions were not the right thing to do.
He wasn't very nice.
No, he wasn't, was he?
No. And he was in our way.
He was in our way.
And we are trying to do something to maybe save or destroy reality. I'm not sure about that one yet, to be perfectly frank. But I do get what you're saying.
How do you feel about actions that seem a bit murky,
Well, I've spent most of my life being trained by the order to kill, so...
Well, kill within certain parameters.
That's true.
Stratus?
Yes.
How do you feel if those parameters were changed slightly?
This is all I've ever known. I mean, I'll work in whatever parameters I'm given. I still get to hit people with my stick, right?
Yes, you will.
Well, then point me and my stick in the right direction. If this is less of your whole pacifism rubbish,
It's
then...
pacifism with attitude, let's say. Anyway, something to think about, eh?
I think so. It sounds like whatever this sim thing is, maybe that will help the order.
Yes, help the order. Help our order. And I walk off.
I think he's growing. More killing, less pacifism. Things are on the up.
Oh, God.
I'm realising, I think my alien, I don't think they have conscience. I think that's
They just cannot empathise.
Yeah, I think whenever they found me, it's like, it doesn't seem, it just does whatever we tell it. Excellent. And then, so I'm just like, yeah, cool. I like it when I hit them and they stop moving.
In a similar vein, can I invite Vikki to the bridge?
Yeah.
As we're in subspace, with the streaked stars
Sweet.
streaming past the view screen. I gotta say, I definitely prefer all this stuff you do when it's pointed at somebody else rather than at me.
Yeah. I can control it in certain circumstances, but it's just when it builds up inside me to a point and I get frightened or worried, then sometimes it just lashes out uncontrollably, and I am working on it, so I am sorry about what happened.
If this doesn't work and you're with us on a more long-term basis, what can we do? What sort of environment do you need us to create to stop you going off like a bomb again?
I think having some of that energy built up inside me can be useful. I just need a way to expend it before it becomes something out of control. So if I can be with you guys and I can use it in ways that doesn't do you harm but is destructive to other people, then that can work.
You need us to give you a target.
Yes.
I can give you targets.
Then I think that could work.
Okay. Have a think about whether that's something that you'd like if whatever we try here at the core doesn't go the way you want.
I'll consider it. I feel like I was made for bounty hunting.
Everyone's
Dude,
just
I've got
leaning into
all
their
kinds of
horrible
skills.
jobs.
I just need to be able to lash out or do something, act destructively, and then I can spend Storm in a constructive way.
I
Parallaxing.
also realised that this might be a bad thing for me, that I've set myself up as a potential authority figure for you to raid
Rail
against.
against, oh yeah, cool, we don't want that.
You tether the course plotting equipment on your ship to that of the slow Loris, so you can both make use of a tethered jump through subspace rather than having to plot two different jumps and two different types of drive. You exit subspace in front of the giant sheer face of one side of the core. It's very, very quiet. The stillness of space is pervasive. And you find yourself, in front of this just sheer wall of blue crystal. Up close, you can see actually it's not perfectly sheer, but for all intents and purposes, on a space scale, it is.
Attention, abyss gazers of the Bad Moon Rising. Now that we're here, now that we're close, any further insight, or is
I'll stare into the abyss.
Is the best plan we've got still fire all the guns at the proto-cube in the centre of the universe?
Shall I see if I can find out something else by staring into the abyss?
You're more than welcome. I'm going to take a back seat on this one.
I might give this one a shot as well.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to give it a roll. It's a 9.
So you can ask a question.
Does sim mean us harm?
You cannot find Sim in this galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
You think he means you harm.
Okay.
But yeah, you can't feel his presence here.
Immediately. Okay.
What does your darkest heart desire?
To put things back to the way they were before, even though they were I feel like they were worse.
So regardless of consequence, you just want to be back.
Yeah.
In what ways is your character's mind and soul vulnerable?
I'm easily frustrated, and the more I spend my storm, the worse it gets.
Okay. Any more abyss staring going on?
I'm going to give it a
Go on, give it a go, Starkey.
Now we're just staring into the core.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is a 13.
Oh, nice!
The mirrored surface, the mirrored surface of the blue
Good
crystal.
question, mate. Get a good question.
On a 13, I don't even feel the need for it to stare back. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be something...
You're pretty on point with the abyss.
I don't really stare, I give it a glance.
You just...
Abyss, we've been here before.
It's like, oh, this abyss. I've been talking to this guy for years.
Like anything, any kind of
Oh, there's so many questions I could ask!
forbidden or forgotten knowledge.
To recap the little things you've seen from presumably the other galaxy, you've seen Vikki go through to this place with destroyed conclave ships and 3 black holes.
Okay, I've got a question.
And you've seen,
If we do what Vikki wants, am I still alive?
it very much depends on the manner in which you do it.
What I'm asking is, am I alive now? Am I just a construct?
Yeah, I think largely you're getting onto the bit where you don't know if you're alive. You don't really feel like you're maybe alive now.
Is that the answer from the Abyss?
Yeah, it's like you've never been alive.
Oof, existential crisis material.
Oh god.
In the most literal sense, existential crisis.
It's not often you have a literal existential crisis on your hands.
I pause, and then I bluster back.
Yeah.
Well,
What did you see in the abyss?
It's very clear to me now. Very, very clear to me that we have to get you home.
Good enough for me. Open fire.
I just hit the big button in front of me.
The button you installed. While that conversation was going, you're just hooking up this big red button. You just open up with everything.
Yeah.
Size cube. You
Both
stop,
ships.
both ships, just missiles and what have you, just flying at this concentrated point on the side of the cube. You have to stop occasionally, not only to just, reload missile pods and things like that, but simply because the light and the burn coming off the cube is too much, and you kind of have to stop to see where you're getting. But after quite a long time of barrage and pause, you can see this. You've made a tunnel directly into the cube, and your scanners show that although it's rough hewn all the way down, at the end it suddenly gets very uniform. There's just a sheer face, and you can see what looks like a door, human-sized door.
Are you seeing that door?
I think that's where I need to go through.
You will not go alone.
Oh, you want to come with me? I'm going to suit up.
Take an armature.
Oh yeah, good idea. Off to the loading bay.
So we've got 3 armatures to play with.
Are there
Stratos?
any on the Slow Loris?
No armatures, no. There's spacesuits, but you've got those.
I'll just get in a spacesuit and someone can carry me.
Seems like a wee baby.
I'll carry you.
Jump into...
I like you doing a piggyback where you were just crouched on the back of a...
Because looking at this, it looks like armatures will get us through the tunnel we've made, but once we get to that door, I don't think they're going to fit through, right?
Oh, can I just fly a fighter near it and then just hover near it and
You
jump
can
out?
fly a fighter into the
Okay,
board
so
tunnel,
I'll
land it and get out.
Yeah, I'll do that rather than being carried.
Are we in space? Can we get out of the armatures once we're somewhere? Like, we can
long as
pause
we're
them
in-
somewhere?
Yeah, I think there's probably an inner suit that when you get into an armature, like it's a more slimmer spacesuit, you'll be able to breathe, but it wouldn't survive the vacuum of space very well.
Not for very long, yeah.
But enough time for us to get out of our respective craft and hop through a door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whereas the ones you wear in the fighters, they're bulkier. They're not.
Oh, okay.
They're not as fetching of a number.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I'll be bulky and jump in my favourite fighter.
Right, we're off.
Do you know how to pilot one of these? It's
Oh.
very intuitive.
I'll figure it out.
The lag takes a bit of getting used to. The arms and legs will move just after yours do.
Okay, so I'm mostly just stumbling my way out.
So, as Stratos launches the fighters, everyone else in an armature.
Yeah.
So you launched out the top of the bay.
First
and-
mate Tully, you have the con.
Yes, Captain. Despite the initial sort of lurch, as you launch out the top of the ship, once it sort of has thrusters in the shoulders that just automatically go off and just steady you. And after that, and a little bit of just moving around, you find that it is indeed very intuitive. And you can quite easily make your way to the tunnel.
As we're floating over, on a closed comms, just the 4 of us. Captain, I just wanted to know it's been my life's honour to serve with you both, but this young lady needs to go home, whatever the cost.
Don't talk like that.
None of that defeated
You'll make me nervous.
I don't mean to make you nervous, Captain. Just know it's been an honour.
I mean, we haven't always done the most honourable things.
You cut that guy's head off once.
I did, yes. Not the first time.
It's been good. It's been good, hasn't it?
It's been
We've had
fun.
some good times.
We have.
Let's not talk like we're all going to die. Come on.
Yeah, there's plenty of bounties.
Follow my
still to
lead.
get.
A single
And
tear
that-
goes down my eye.
Oh, Jesus.
But we've got to follow your path, remember?
Yes.
He
Like-
stared into the abyss and things went very weird after.
He got some real truth nugs from that abyss.
He is
I tell
pumped
you.
up.
So the armatures you sort of just step out the front of. The front just sort of opens up. I guess head, like the helmet area just moves up and you just sort of step down out of them. It looks very cool. You
I'm going
get
to
out.
awkwardly get out of my cramped ship.
And you can make your way in through the door.
You've been listening to Merely Roleplayers. You can look us up wherever you find podcasts, on Twitter @merelyroleplay and at facebook.com/merelyroleplayers. Reviews and kind words are all very much appreciated, and we hope you'll join us again for our next episode.
How would you feel, Stratus?
Yes.
What's your name again? Yes. Strat, at least.
I've been your apprentice for 3 years.
Oh my god, the 20 apprentices I've had, they all merge into one.
Oh.
Just meant